So, Spencer, just our weekly catch-up before tomorrow's game. But first, let's just reflect on the last two games. 4 points from possible 6 in the two. What are your thoughts on that now you've had a couple of days to reflect?
Would have bitten your hand off 4 points from those two games for sure. Bogey ground and team that's second in the league. Very different games. Really gritty, a tough place to go, Chelmsford. Obviously been through it all before, but it was fantastic. Backs to the wall in the second half, although we limited them to very few chances. Thought it was a fantastic away performance, against a side that's really in very good form, with the exception of losing to Barnet. I think they'd won their 6 previous games, so fantastic result for the club. And it set us up really well for a massive game on Tuesday night. And I was really proud of everyone involved in the club, with the exception of the first 12 minutes where we were poor. I thought we were the better side. For the rest of the game, 11 versus 11. And, obviously the double sending off makes a huge difference. They put 2 banks of 4 in front of us. I've looked at the stats. I think we've had 25 attempts on goal. We kept the ball really well. And give Truro massive credit. They put their bodies on the line. They played the officials very well, despite getting 2 red cards. And we've come away very disappointed, but an incredible night. We remain top of the league against a really strong Truro side. So, massive pluses for everybody. And the fact we've actually come away frustrated tells you all you need to know. But with the exception of the injury to Ricky, it was a really good night. And 4 points from 6 over the weekend is a very good return.
As you say, Ricky came off early in the first, not early, midway in the first half. Do we have an update with him as well as Manny and Hish?
Yeah, so Ricky is, let's put it generously, extremely doubtful for the weekend, and we're just assessing that at the moment. Manny is getting closer every time. I don't think he'll be ready for Saturday, but we've got 3 games in 8 days coming up next weekend onwards, so we need to try and get him fit for that, and don't want to push him too early. Hish, again, he's due to start his rehab. I believe it's early next week, so we're hoping it's not too bad, but he's had such bad luck with injuries, and we'll assess it as it goes along. So no real improvements there, and obviously losing Ricky is certainly a bad one.
Absolutely. And if we look ahead then to Saturday, Weymouth, last time we visited there, it was a 2-1 victory, last game of the season. They're not having the best start, but we all know what it's like. A team can always pick up points at any point and start chugging along. So what are your thoughts about Weymouth?
Look, it won't surprise anybody for me to say that it's the cliche banana skin, top versus bottom, but I'm not going to apologise for saying this is a team that's lost only 2 games in their last 9 matches. They've just drawn their last 2 against a very good Chesham side and Bath away on a Tuesday night, and they beat Dorking away. Every game they've been in has been particularly close. And they've got some very, very good players. Away days in the National League South are particularly difficult, particularly when it's 2.5 hours away. It's a really tough ask. And as I said, I know people go, "Oh, he's just trying to play it down." I am trying to keep the focus on ourselves, as far as we will need to play very well to win. We've also got the expectation that people think we should win. We're top, but Weymouth are playing a lot better than their league position shows. As I said, they started the season appallingly badly. I don't think I'm going to hide around that. I think they lost 6 or 7 straight. But since then, they've picked up some really decent results, and they're very tight games. And if we're not on it, we will get turned over. It's easy to say any team can beat any team in this division. It's a very good level of football, this level I think they deemed the highest level of non-league football. And we've got, a large chunk of teams here that are full-time and that dreaded word hybrid. So look, we're going to be really positive. We want to win the game. We're going to do everything in our power to win the game. But we also know we will need to play very well. And if we don't, we will have a tough day. And they've got some good players. They play the right way. They've been a bit unlucky, and they've got injuries like we do. But they've got a young side that move the ball very, very well. It's a long way from home. Our last two games there, we've won 2-1 and 1-0. That tells you all you need to know. It's a tough place. You know, we've had 2 wins in the National League South away from home this year. It's tough to go. And in normal circumstances, you'd say, I'll take a point. But of course, at the moment, there's this anticipation of where we are, which we're all loving. And, you know, we've got to go there and be really positive and go, actually, if we play well, we've got every chance of winning the game. And that's got to be the attitude we've got. We've got to focus on ourselves, not feel that, oh, we're missing this person or that player. And, you know, we've got to go and be really, really positive, try and get on the front foot and be frustrated that we didn't get the 3 points on Tuesday night, and know that our mental attitude has got to be as strong as our technical ability. And if we play well, at the moment, we're in a very good place, and we should be very positive and try and get the 3 points. And of course, we're all looking forward to it. You know, it was a really good day there last year, last day of the season. Very disappointing. We didn't quite make the playoffs, but we went down to 10 men. And, you know, at the end of the day, there was fantastic support down there. And I'm sure there will be tomorrow. The forecast is good. So look, you know, where you are at the moment, we're embracing every moment of it. We're loving it. So let's go down there and be positive. And if we play well, we've got every chance of getting the result.
Brilliant. And just one final note then, if we look at this squad at the moment, Dan Bradshaw's just been sent on loan to Winchester. When's Ben Mason's loans finished? Kind of where are the updates with that?
Yeah, so we've pretty much done one in, one out. We always said Ben would only go for 4 weeks. I think it went just over to give him an extra game. I think he's got 7 games under his belt, which is what we wanted. Dan plays in the same position, and we feel again he's going to get a bit stale. So we've put him out for an initial, I think it's 30 days. We want him to go and play a lot of games. He lives in Winchester, so it's perfect for him, and they've been after him for some time. And you know, he's a young man that's got a great future for us. But at the moment, you know, he's been in a bit in and out, and it's important that he stays match sharp. And if he sits around the squad for another month or so, he'll lose that ability for when he gets back into the team. So it works for all parties. You know, Winchester will look after him, and you know, we'll reassess the situation as we go. He'll still be training with us during the month as well. So you know, it's a long-term process, but it's only a short-term loan. So we have to look at these things at the moment. We're still desperately pulling in players. We're assessing injuries, and we've got a couple of, obviously, with Ben Acey coming in, and with Jake coming in on loan from Watford. You know, we're trying to strengthen, but we've spent the money. We don't have any more budget. You know, we embrace with what we've got. But we're looking forward to it. And as I said, Ben will have a good month. Dan will have a good month down there, and then we'll reassess the situation as we go along.
Brilliant. Cheers, Spencer, and good luck for Saturday.